Hi guys, it's Christina from Redefine Creative, and I am back with another layout in my Traveler's Notebook, and this is the one I am creating for my daughter. And so I am playing with the new January 2018 Clique Kits, and they are based on the Cocoa Vanilla Bohemian Dreams collection. And so what I'm going to do is I want to use this purple paper as my background for my Traveler's Notebook spread. And so this is going to go into my insert where I have a bunch of other letters I've written to my daughter. And this is just an insert that I picked up from Scrapping Wonders, which is where I buy most of my Traveler's Notebook inserts. And so I kind of have this one page that I've pulled out of a notebook that's just a template. So I can use that to trim down what I want my spread to be. Because when I'm working in my Traveler's Notebook, I tend to create it as one spread and then slice it down the middle. So I'm just making sure that I've sized it the way that I want it to be sized, and then I'm going to go ahead and fold it in the middle where I'm going to end up cutting it later so that I know where that middle space is going to be so that I can make sure I have my page planned correctly so that I'm not going to be like cutting through my daughter's picture or something in the photo. So once I have that done, I'm going to go ahead and start putting this spread together. And I am absolutely in love with these January kits. They have so much stuff, you guys. There is just a ton of stuff to create with. So I've grabbed this 4x6 photo, and it's my daughter just sitting on a bench in a garden when we were in Chicago on vacation. And I want to talk about how her personality is sort of like this garden, to where we're seeing new things and new parts of her personality emerging all the time. And so I liked that it is a photo where my daughter is off on one side. She's not in the middle. So that works really well with this Traveler's Notebook format because I can spread this photo across my two pages and not have her being cut down the middle. So right now all I'm doing is grabbing for some dimensional adhesive because I want to use this little banner as my title. And it's going to go up in that cluster that I'm making in that top corner. And so because this is going to be my title, I want it to stand out a little more than the two pieces behind it. And these are just from the main kit. We got some of the Bohemian Dreams ephemera. And then I'm going to grab these labels. And these are from Pretty Little Studio. And they came in the Traveler's Notebook kit. And I decided I wanted to use them in kind of a non-traditional way. So I'm going to use those ones that all have the line in them. And I'm going to flip them vertically and kind of make them into some flower stems. And then I'm grabbing this pattern paper from the 6x6 paper pad, and it's a pattern that I'm not very fond of. It's a little bit busy for me to use as a whole sheet. So punching out of it and creating these flowers was a perfect way to use it and get the color that I wanted, but I'm not getting that huge overwhelming pattern paper. So you also saw that I cut those same flowers with my punch out of white cardstock. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to layer these up to create some flowers. So the pattern paper is going to be the bottom layer. And then on top of that is going to be this white cardstock layer. And I'm going to bend up the petals on that top layer to make them kind of dimensional. And then I'm going to grab the little teeny tiny purple sequins from the sequin pack. And those are going to become the middles of the flowers. So I am going to make 6 because I have 6 of these labels that I'm making into flower stems. And so I'm just going to off screen go ahead and put together all 6 of these kind of little flower bundles. And you can definitely, if you go over to the Clique Kits blog, you can see close-up photos of how all of those elements kind of came and fit together. And then there's some close-up photos at the end as well. And so then all I'm going to do is kind of stagger these stems or these labels along the bottom of my photo. So they're going to overlap the edge of the photo at a little bit different heights, and it's going to kind of create a border element down here on the bottom. And so I play around here for a little bit, making sure that I have them in the order that I want and that I'm happy with how they look as little flowers. And I think they are adorable because they look to me like they're just little flowers sitting in these vases along the bottom. And then I've already done my journaling off screen that's also going to go down in that bottom corner. And then I'm just showing you there, I'm going to cut just the top of this die cut off where it has these black leaves because I wanted to be able to draw that black and white element up to the top of the photo because my journaling box has that bright kind of bold black border. So I needed to have some of those black and white elements across on the other embellishments section of my Traveler's Notebook spread. So then I'm going to go ahead and spend some time here just putting all of this together and creating that border element along the bottom. So while you are kind of watching me do that, I would really encourage you to stop by the Clique Kits blog and check out all of the projects from the design team this month, because everyone is fabulous. But also check out the kits for January. If you had a hard time getting a lot of this Bohemian Dreams collection before it sold out in stores pretty much everywhere, this is a really great way to get some of the best pieces from that collection. This kit also has a ton of the new Vicky Bowden line, and so that's also a really fun kind of bonus for picking up the kit this month, is that you also get to play with those really fun elements. And I was kind of overwhelmed, I'll be honest, with the amount of stuff in this kit. So I definitely had to pick and choose a few things I wanted to work with and then put everything else away for another project. Because otherwise what I tend to do is have everything kind of throw up on my page, because I'm trying to use all of these really great new products all at the same time. So definitely grab just a few things and then just put everything else away is something I have found that helps a lot. And so all I'm doing right now is just adding, taking colored pencil and adding just some doodles of leaves to the bottom of those labels so that they look like they are actually flower stems. And then I'm going to grab some archival ink, and this is from Ranger, just in black, along with, in the Traveler's Notebook kit, we got a roller date stamp, and this is from the new Vicky Bowden line as well. And it has a little phrase that says the best part, and so I'm just going to add that to that cluster up in the top left, and that's basically going to do it for this spread. I am going to go ahead and slice it in the middle, and then when I go ahead and go back to put it in my Traveler's Notebook, I do add some black pen detailing around the outside edge, which you can see here in the close-ups, just because it kind of is like a finishing detail to me. It finishes the layout off and makes everything kind of look cohesive. And so that's going to do it for this layout, and I will see you again really soon. Have a great day. Bye!